everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of Hops and Humor. I'm your host, Jeff.
I'm Josh. How's it going?
Actually, everybody's kind of a little presumptuous, isn't it? We think everybody would be watching this right now.
Oh, everyone should be.
Everyone should be, but will everybody be watching? So, hello, you. Welcome to the very first episode of Hops and Humor. I'm your host, Jeff.
And I'm Josh.
Now we can get started.
Yeah.
So the premise behind this is Josh and I both really like drinking craft beers. And we both like goofing off and being, humorous.
Yeah.
So we thought, let's bring those two things together. So for our very first episode, we have a special. Something that only comes out one time every year.
It's the winner of many prestigious awards.
And a local craft beer. So, shall we bring it out?
Let's get it. We have KBS.
Founders, KBS. Extremely difficult to get a hold of. Josh got it. I could not get it. The store that I had sold out in a day and a half. $10 a bottle. So this is supposed to be a bourbon barrel stout, aged in a barrel for a year, then they bring it back out. So we thought maybe we'd do a comparison because there's another local pub brewery that has a bourbon barrel stout, and that is Dragon's Milk. So we're going to sample both of these and see if they're similar, see if they're not at all alike, and we'll let you know.
Because, I don't know, the way I see it, if this tastes like this is easier to get.
This is year-round.
Yeah.
And you can get a 4-pack of this for the same price as one of those.
Yeah. So,
I'm so anxious. I've been waiting 3 years for this.
yeah, I literally have been waiting for years. When the day that this came out, I called around, I drove places, desperate to find it. And so when I found that there was a place not even a quarter mile away from my house that had it, I was pretty happy. The $10 a bottle thing is kind of expensive.
Yeah, that's a bit.
So
I mean, this stuff better pour gold out for $10 a bottle.
I agree.
Or have a giant sandwich that flops out on the table right next to it.
Bacon sandwich.
Yeah, a great big bacon sandwich wrapped in bacon would be probably
amazing.
The best. Yeah.
So, you ready to crack
Let's
it?
crack it. Special snifter for said beer.
Here. Now,
You got a glass?
I do have a glass. Whoa. I might add 11%.
Same as the Dragon's Milk.
Let's see.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at how thick. That is definitely a dark coffee, breakfasty piece of deliciousness.
All right.
Josh, cheers to your first KBS.
Yeah, cheers to your first KBS. Ooh.
Ooh, mother.
Right down the hatch. Whoa. That is thick.
That is thick and creamy. And bourbony.
Yeah.
But very smooth bourbony.
Yeah, it's not as... That memory serves. Not as harsh as Dragon's Milk.
I would agree. The Dragon's Milk bourbon is a little bit more potent of a bourbon flavor to it. This actually has more coffee flavor to it. Once the bourbon is down...
And it's just smooth. I think for me, the aftertaste is a lot of the oatmeal that I'm catching. So, let's crack open the Dragon's Milk.
Yep. Now, neither Josh nor I are in any way, shape, or form brewmasters or anything like that. We just love good beer. So, we drink it as often as we can.
It's true.
Now, here's the Dragon Milk.
Yeah, I'm kind of lacking in a wide variety of beer mugs, so...
I'm still growing. Now, first appearance, the Dragon's Milk doesn't look to be quite as thick or as dark as this is.
I
But
could-
they're pretty close.
Yeah, they're pretty. All right. Well, let's try it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. It's a little bit harsher than the KBS.
Yep.
I mean, it's
But
still
they're
good.
relatively pretty darn close. I mean,
I would say so.
yeah.
With this having the stronger bourbon
Mm-hmm.
taste to it, KBS is smoother. However, I mean, to me, it's pretty close.
Yeah, and I think if you're upset that you weren't able to get your hands on this, you can certainly get the Dragon's Milk, and it's very, very close to what the KBS is.
Yeah.
The KBS has a stronger coffee smell to it. And it is definitely a little bit thicker
Yes. I
than the
definitely get
Dragon's
that
Milk.
thick.
Yep. More syrupy.
I mean, given the choice, personally, I would take the KBS because of the fact that the bourbon isn't as harsh.
And the
It's
coffee
very
comes
smooth.
out a little bit better in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I would agree.
But when you're looking at a difference of, year
$40 for $10.
Yeah, exactly. This is something you can get year round. This is something you can get once a year, and it's going to be extremely difficult to find.
Yep.
Is this a nice novelty thing? Absolutely. But for the price and availability, the Dragon's Milk is going to probably be your best bet.
And the best thing about it is they're both local craft breweries. And I do know that New Holland Brewing is building a storefront in downtown Grand Rapids. So they may be trying to get in on what Founders have been able to tap into in Grand Rapids, because Holland really isn't that big and not a lot of people go to it.
No.
So now moving into Grand Rapids, you have Art Prize, you have DeVos, you have all the things that happen there.
All the big events.
All the big events happen there. It's going to be a good place for New Holland to be. I've been to New Holland's brewery.
It's pretty small.
It's not huge. Nope, it's not huge. Their brewery is actually off-site from where the restaurant is.
Right.
And it's pretty sizable. I've been in the storeroom where the bourbon barrels are, and I've laid amongst them and petted them and held them
Caressed
tightly and
them.
caressed them. And I didn't get any free beer out of it, so come on, New Holland Brewery, you got to hook me up.
Especially because we're telling everybody right
Dude,
now
yeah,
that,
exactly.
hey,
We're gonna be
you're
making
right
you
there with me.
bank.
Yes.
So here's what we want to do in the future. We would really love to be able to get into some of the microbrews and meet the brewmeisters and sit down and interview them and sample some of their beers right from inside the pub. So if you out there are a microbrewer and you would like to be interviewed by us, we'd love to do it.
And, because this is the first one, and like we said, we're not brewers. We're just a couple of guys who really like beer. And, I like to try new beers.
Mm-hmm.
I like to hear about new beers, try them. And so this is actually a challenge for anybody who listens to this. Recommend one. Any kind of beer.
Yeah,
that
go
you-
down to the comments down below here and tell us what you think we should try. We'd be happy to go out and get it.
Yeah, we'll
we
make
may
a
not
video.
feel the same way you do about it, but we'll certainly give it a shot. And,
and everything goes.
well, not everything. No.
Well, we're not going to do trashy domestic beer.
No.
But
Don't,
You know-
don't even put Budweiser down in the comments. Don't even do that.
yeah, it's just a crime. Yeah, no, any local brewery in Michigan, or if it's something that if you happen to not be from Michigan and you're somewhere else,
We'll
Tell
be
us
happy
about
to
it.
come out there. If you're in Japan, you want to fly us out there to sample some sake. We're there.
We'll try to get whatever. If you recommend it and you think it's a great beer, or just it doesn't have to be beer. I mean, we'd like to stay with beer.
It should pretty much have hops in it somewhere.
Yeah.
So even if it's a vodka and you want to send a hop with it, we can throw it in the glass.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll go that route too.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So, yeah, hit us up, let us know, and we'll try to make it happen.
And give us some feedback on what you thought about it. This is our first one, so it's going to be kind of short. We're just getting our hands on it. And plus, if we drink too much more of this, we aren't going to remember what we did anyway until I see the video tomorrow. So, yeah. Comments, likes, dislikes, let us know. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace!
Yo!